Hey everybody, it's Alex Dickson of Studio 722. Today I'm coming at you with another podcast episode. This is episode 3, and today I'm going to be talking about the last 2 weeks.
Heel toe with the flow. Heel toe with the flow. Heel toe with the flow. Heel toe with the flow.
Welcome back everybody, how's it going? I know I've been away for about 2 weeks, but yeah, let's try to get back on track with this weekly show, see what I can do with this. So kind of for starters, I want to talk about some of the clients I've had through here. You know, some of the experiences, some of how they were new or how they've never been here to my studio, or, you know, just they're new to recording in general. First, I want to talk about one of the new clients I've had. His name is Gerald. He was one of the better clients that came through my studio these last 2 weeks. Overall, I had a really good time with him. He did very well with his performance, and I can't complain about anything he brought to me. One of the things I want to point out about working with him was the production. We did a lot of extra production on his vocals, which weren't necessarily required, but I wanted to kind of polish this and make it something better than what it initially could be. So for one part of it, we did like some echo effects, you know, kind of like a wishy-washy repeat, but overall it was just really interesting. And then the second part later in the song, we did kind of like a humming with kind of like a telephone effect hum in the background as well. I'm gonna play kind of a snippet of those two parts of that song, kind of give a little bit of a snippet of the song we worked on, as well as the other artists I'm going to talk about. Yeah, it was really interesting working with him because we had to figure out the auto-tune. We had to figure out the auto-tune key that the song is in. And the thing is, I'm not a music theory nerd by any stretch of the imagination, so music theory is not something I know or am able to identify by ear. So I kind of either have to use a piano VST to kind of figure it out, or just kind of pick and choose and kind of guess at what the artist is bringing in. But we found it to be, I think it was one of them was in B or A minor, and the other section was in C minor. But yeah, it was really interesting working through that song, because it was very deep. He kind of got a little bit emotional about it. You know, we kind of talked through it, worked through some of what his thoughts on the song were, the meaning of it. And it was a really interesting song. I loved working with him. I mean, I love when I have interesting artists with a little bit of a backstory behind their songs, as well as just kind of just an overall idea and a plan, and just someone that's interesting. So here I want to go ahead and play a couple snippets of the song that we worked on, you know, kind of the effects as well as some of the words, you know. But overall, I think it's a really good song.
Monuments, I feel for them. I love my people, I kill for them. Behind them I die, it's only right that I live for them. I done witnessed so much bullshit in my life and it's still showing. If I can take my people pain away, I heal for them. Cause Lord knows, my heart cold. A lion in the jungle under pressure, my heart grows. You know that I'm a star when you look at me, my star show. I'ma take my time, I'ma stay patient and start slow, just start slow. The same hustle, the same struggle, the same gutter. Well, you can do all you can do in it. I'ma make you say my name every day so you don't forget, bitch. Lord knows my heart cold. Lord knows my heart cold. My heart cold. Lord knows my heart cold. I swear to God, my heart cold. Hey, the same hustle, the same struggle, the same gutter.
Okay, so now that's out of the way. About a week later, after I had Gerald in the studio, I had a couple high school kids come in. Jordan and Maya, I believe her name was. And they were new to any kind of studio situation. They've never been in any kind of studio before, let alone mine. But they had a song prepared, and I wanted to kind of give them a shot, kind of show them what goes on in my studio in particular, but also kind of teach them about recording a little bit, and kind of coach them a little bit into singing the song and working on it to make it as good as I could help them make it. Jordan, he was kind of shy on the mic, but overall, I'd say he did well for a first time. I did suggest he probably he should look into either getting a vocal coach or someone to help him bring out his vocals and speech, and also project more, kind of be more exciting with his vocals. We plan to work more together as far as I know, so we'll see how that goes from here on out. What was the name of the song? Oh, I don't remember the name of the song, but I'll play a little bit of it here.
It's finally come, all the letters are done. They'll ask who it's about, they'll all ask where it's from. From me. So far from all my dreams, what's left of my meaning? Who's left to write about? Who makes me scream and shout? It's the end of my days, no time to run and play. I close my own way out, I'm my own problem now. Poor me. The seclusion of my mind, it gets me every time.
So, yeah. This was the song we worked on, and I kind of like what we did. It's kind of jazzy. It's just, it's got a little bit of a jazzy feel, but it's just overall pretty chill. And one thing that happened with that song that nobody was expecting was that we got his friend Maya on the mic. Because we were looking for kind of not a contradiction. What is the word? Not contrary, not contradiction. Contrast. Kind of like a contrast and a compliment, I guess you could say. I guess those are two conflicting words. But something to kind of give the higher pitch kind of background to his vocal without him going super high, because he doesn't really have that kind of a high-pitched voice. So that was something that we had to work around, and because his voice is very deep, we needed something to kind of compare and contrast to add to the song to make it a little more interesting. And then the last guy I had in, he goes, I believe his name was Malik. He was a rather interesting artist. Normally I don't knock out very many songs. Usually it's just one song in a session. But overall, it was an amazing session. We knocked out more songs than I ever have in one session before. Because it was just vocals to instrumentals. And that's the same for all of them, but this guy knocked out one after the other after the other. We managed to do 5 songs in a single session, which I have never done before, but we were able to get a decent mix on all of them and actually make them sound good as well in those 3 hours, But yeah, on that day I had Jordan and Malik come through, so one day, 2 clients, 6 songs, 7 hours, That is if you don't count the hour in between sessions that I had to take to prepare. So yeah, that's kind of what's been happening in my studio. I've been having some clients come through, and I've got one that wants to come through that's already paid his deposit, but we're waiting to see when he can get some time to get on the schedule. Hopefully he'll be able to get in soon. And I'm also looking to get a couple of past clients to come through again, to kind of, on one level bring in more income, but just bring in some of my favorite clients that I've worked with to work with them again, because they were such a joy to work with in the first place. So, I've been trying to get G.I. Jones up in here, my buddy Deontay. I'm also trying to get Trey Money in here. She's also on my portfolio on my website, but I'm also looking forward to working with my buddy Savia some more, because we just released an album back in February called Red Summer. Just look up Savia Worldwide Red Summer. That was a really fun album to do. It was one of my better projects that I've done. I've worked on albums in the past, but those didn't do well. But this guy, he's got the push and the pull, and he's got the ability to just knock it out of the park. I mean, his rapping style, I love it. I'm trying to pick out my favorite song on that album. Probably one of the old Jeezy songs that I worked on. Let me see. I'm going through my iTunes library real quick. Let me see. Yeah, probably one of my favorite songs that I worked on was one of the old Jeezy tracks, as well as War Stories. War Stories I feature on my portfolio on my website. And what I like about War Stories is because I got to do some of the production on the beginning of the track. I got to record my niece and nephews playing around and kind of use them as like an ambient kind of, what would you call it? Just like a special effect. Not really a special effect, but kind of to set the mood. And then added a gunshot sound to kind of bring in the effect of the rest of the song. So that was probably one of my more favorite songs on the album. But yeah, just go ahead and check out Red Summer by Savia Worldwide. But yeah, that's just some of what I've been up to the past couple weeks. Like I said, I'm hoping to get some past clients coming up in here, to just have some more fun and make more music, as well as bring in income, and also look for more clients to work with, because I love what I do. I really do love what I do, recording people. I mean, sometimes I record my own projects, and I've got one I'm writing. It's called Summer's Blessing and Evening's Death. What I'm thinking about that one is kind of like mental health struggles, healing, and also kind of like some personal stuff, like, for instance, I came out as bisexual this year. I know that's unrelated to anything in this podcast, but, it's something that was important to me, that I finally acknowledge that I am what I am. But it's just a project I'm working on, and hopefully I'll be able to have at least an EP's worth by the end of the year. There's no guarantees of that, but we'll see. I guess that's kind of all I wanted to talk about in this episode, as far as studio stuff, clients, just some of the experiences the past couple weeks. And anyway, that's just kind of a little bit about what's been going on the last couple weeks. Just random stuff, Alrighty. Well, this has been Alex of Studio 722. I will catch you guys on the flip. Thanks for listening if you made it this far. If you want to hit me up, or if you want to hire me to mix or master, or if you want to record with me, just go through my website, https://studio7-22.com, and go to my contact form and hit me up there, and I'll get you in as quick as I can, and we'll set up something and see where we go from there. All right, I'll catch you later. Deuces.
Heel toe with the flow. 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 Heel toe.